This is Connor Dang interviewing Stevie Gillian. Stevie, what sports did you play when you were younger?
Football from day one. Would have been the main one that I played, and just had a keen interest in some other ones.
Did you specialise in any sport? Like prioritise it over the other ones?
Oh, always football. So it was. That was from day one over here. It was always any of the schools I was at. It was the chosen sport, favourite sport. It was always a personal favourite of mine.
What age did you start playing football at?
Probably about 6 or 7. Would have been the first time I kicked a football.
What about competitive football?
At the start, when I was younger, about 10 or 11, would have been the old Lisburn League junior football with Lisburn Youth to start with, and then following that a wee stint with Hillsborough Boys.
Was there any factors in your life that made you choose football over any other sports?
No, not particularly. It was just favourite chosen sport. Obviously my father as well, keen into football, doing stewarding at Linfield and various things. That's always had a season ticket down there, so every Saturday was taken up in football.
Do you think your father was the main reason why you chose it?
Probably. I would say so, yeah.
Do you think the school you went to had a major effect on what sport you played?
Yeah, definitely. Going to Laurel Hill, football was always the main sport. A lot of more of the grammar schools around Lisburn were more rugby, but Laurel Hill was a football, so that was really...
Did you play in the school team?
Yes, I did. Up to about 3rd year, I played in the school team.
What level of football did you play at?
Just the amateur league football over here, Mid-Ulster League, Lisburn League, and various.
Do you think you could have played higher, or are you just content with playing where you're at?
No, it takes a lot more dedication than I put towards it to play higher. At one stage maybe, but certainly not in the last 4 or 5 years.
Right. Have you received any awards or honours during your career?
Well, I haven't won any trophies being part of the team. That's still one that I'd like to change going forward, but couple of personal things. With Agalay, I have a couple of trophies from early playing days with them, and hopefully a few more, maybe a couple more with Balmacash.
Any youth?
None of any youth.
Do you think that you keep playing football for the rewards, or is it just for fun?
No, I would say I'm competitive enough that I want to get something out of it, trophy wise. I'd love to manage a team that wins something.
Do you think most people play sport for rewards, or is it just take part in a Saturday?
That depends. Everyone has their own reasons for it. Depends what level you're playing at, what the sport is, and your own application, how you go about it.
Right. Did you have any role models when you were growing up? Either football wise or just family, friends?
Football wise, growing up would have been Eric Cantona. Would have been my favourite sort of role model. Really shouldn't have been a role model really. I'm more confident in football, but Cantona would have been one, and going back further than that, George Best would have been another.
When you were playing the side, did you try to copy them in your style of play? Or are you...
No. No? You can tell that.
Right. Was there any period in time where you didn't play sport?
Yes, when I started, sort of left school after that and started in the employment. There was a gap, maybe 2-3 years before I got back into playing. Just for work commitments and things like that.
And did you miss it?
Oh yeah. Jump back at it as soon as I come round again.
Right. Have you ever suffered any injuries? Major injuries?
Just a dislocated shoulder and various other niggles and minor injuries. But the dislocated shoulder would have been the sore one, my main one, up to now.
And when you came back from that dislocated shoulder, did it affect your game?
For the remainder of that season, probably, yeah.
Were you worried that like you'd be injured?
No, I just felt a bit restricted in movement. I don't think I left it long enough to hit. In fact, I know I didn't leave it long enough to hit.
And how did that affect your life outside football?
I got about a week off work, but I was back in very quickly. Bar that, nothing noticeable.
A few years ago, when you went into management with Ackley, why did you feel it was the right time to go into club management?
Just a bit. I'd been at the club for 3-4 years. Knew everyone that was there. I just at the time, other people maybe weren't willing to make some of the more hard decisions, and I felt that I was maybe the right person to step in and do that. And had a good friendships with a lot of the players. At that time I got on well with the ones above me as well. And also the guy that went in with me, Eamon. Sort of longevity at the team. It was me and him, so we went in it. And
Do you think it was an easy switch to make?
Not really. It wasn't an overnight switch. There was actually gradually a transitional period there from the old manager or old managers, where certainly I took on more responsibility. I was trying to bring other people into the team, so it wasn't an overnight thing. It gradually happened over the course of maybe a year.
Did you find it easy to make decisions while you're playing and managing at the same time?
Affecting team matters when you're playing. I'll be the first one to admit it's very hard. I personally think it takes a manager to be on the side watching over it rather than stuck in the middle of it. That would be my only thing. It's very hard to somebody that might be one of your good mates away from football. It's very hard to keep them out of the team or justify your reasons why other people are in front of them, even yourself as well.
If you went back in time, would you stop playing and just be a manager?
I wouldn't stop playing full time. I would probably limit it a bit, play a bit less, and probably try and study a couple of the players we had a bit more and see exactly what more they could have brought, things like that.
Do you think there's a right time for a manager? At what age would a manager or a player transform into a manager?
You can be too young to go about it, but when I took it on, I was 27, so it was a good enough age. It depends as to the commitment you're willing to put into it. It's not easy to manage a team. A lot of the guys think it is just picking the 11 guys on a Saturday. Well, it's really not. You have to deal with pitch bookings, training bookings, league fees, league fines. You have to make sure that those 11 guys are going to be in the right place on a Saturday, and that is sometimes easier said than done. At times it can be like another full-time job.
Do you think your time managing Ackley was successful?
Yes and no. Certainly when we took it on the season that we had with myself naming, we were more competitive, although results probably didn't go our way a lot of the time. I always felt that if we could have kept that same crux of players together for another season, maybe 2 seasons, they could have went on. In fact, I know rightly they could have went on.
So you felt that while you're being in charge, you left with the club in better hands than before?
Say again?
When you left, did you think you had improved the club from when you started?
Yeah, I would say so. It was certainly in a bit more of a healthy position. It had a lot more equipment about it. It had a lot more avenues to go down as such. In terms of where they could go, what they could use, venues open for them, things like that.
After you finish that league, are you going to concentrate just on playing, or are you going to keep managing?
No, I'll be back in managing soon enough. For the remainder of this season, I'm just playing and helping with coaching wherever I can, but I'll certainly be back doing the managing.
What goals and ambitions do you have for the future?
To put together a successful football team, one that's going to compete.
Have you got a certain level you're looking at?
No, it depends. I don't mind starting at the bottom and trying to work my way up. There's no point starting with a ready-made team that's going to go out and steamroll everything in front of it. And I don't mind starting, getting my hands dirty and trying to build a team from scratch.
Since you've been playing, do you think the game has improved over the years? In terms of like pitches, referees?
Pitches haven't really changed. It's the same old. Certainly, going forward, a lot more teams are applying for grants for these 4G pitches. Eventually, I can see all sort of leagues having them over here, all clubs, within sort of the Irish League and Irish maybe Championship, and hopefully that filters down to a few more places dotted around the place for other teams to use. Referees have definitely not improved, but their availability. When I started playing the local league, you were lucky if you had a referee maybe 7 or 8 times a season. It's got to the stage now where you're very unlucky if you don't have a referee, so to speak. There's always one available for you, which depending on who you support. You can call that a good thing or a bad thing.
Do you think these developments will attract more players than they did in the past? Younger players?
No. It's harder now to attract the younger players than when I started. That's maybe just something in society. Guys are a lot more lazier now, and everything's sort of at the end of your arm basically. You have a mobile phone that can tell you can do anything.
Do you think that's the main reason?
Yeah, things are too easy to come by now. It's too handy to get information. Guys are a lot more lazier. You know, they sit back with their PlayStations and their Xboxes and their things like that. And it's harder to sort of persuade them that maybe they have a good opportunity with football.
Why do you think football is more popular than other sports?
Just as a global brand, it's well marketed. It's more readily shown, and it's like a tribal thing. Everybody has their team. A team they want to support, and no, it's just TV is a big thing in it. As I say, it's Sky throwing billions of pounds at it, and it's just the sort of thing, you know. You go to the pub, the first thing you're liable to talk about near mates is football.
So the media is the main reason.
Yeah. Oh, the media runs football.
What can the local leagues do to improve participation?
Improve with their facilities. Floodlit pitches would go a long way. Be getting more guys interested. More games, that would free up more time for games. Probably look at their costs. Referees. The actual price of pitches, and generally in the summer where there's a lockdown where the pitches aren't available, maybe try and keep more places open and really to continue football throughout the summer. Summer leagues would go a long way to helping stuff over here.
Do you think the cost of matches and club fees has an impact?
Yeah, it definitely does. It would surprise you the amount of money it takes to keep a team going, the running costs. Referees can start at about £30 and can range up to about £80. Pitches can go from £30 up to about £60-70. If you have, like Agaley generally do most of the time a run of home games, maybe 6 or 7 in a row, that it's not easy to recoup that money, and you're only as good as and as sort of feasible as the players putting their hands in for dues, and if you're lucky having a sponsor, a good sponsor.
Do you think there's enough pitches locally to take numbers?
No, certainly the way I would, if it was myself trying to get guys interested in football younger, is would probably be play them on the smaller football pitches. Technically that would bring the standard up, and a lot of the younger players, smaller pitches, you're going to be on the ball more touches. It takes the focus off, maybe take the focus away from having to win the game and put it more in player development. Things like that.
What can football do to improve internationally?
That would start over here by changing the league structure. It's a very small country, Northern Ireland, and there's maybe too many leagues. An All-Ireland League would probably be the best way to go forward with that. As well as that, try, as I was saying with the smaller pitches, try and get a lot of the younger players to focus more on their technique rather than having to win.
Do you think the money in football is a bad thing or a good thing? The way some clubs are run?
No, it's not a bad thing. It depends how it's going to filter down through the leagues. If you have a team in the Premier League that buys a player of another team in the Premier League for 10, 15, 20 million, people look at that, £30 million, that's easy money, they shouldn't have that, but the team that receives that 10 million might go out and then spend it on 2 million on 5 players from lower leagues.
And do you think the new rules coming in, fair play rules, are the right thing to do?
They're the right thing to do, but whether they can be implemented, guys will always find their way around it, whether it be through their sponsorships or other means.
That's everything, Stevie. Thanks very much for taking part.
Thank you.